guys, so this is the next project. It is a piece of art that I'm doing for my mom. It's a pretty large piece actually. The size on this is 40 inches by 60 inches. We got it at Rose's discount store. It was originally $59. We paid $44. So I am going to revamp this because she needed something really big. So I'm going to revamp this and do some beautiful artwork on it with some Venetian plaster and some paint. And this piece right here is the inspiration. So stay tuned.
It's more than fun. I want to turn it into something real. And when I do, I need to tell people that you're my first fan. So.
Okay guys, I wanted to pop in and tell you where I am with this piece of art. So what I've done is I have just taken colors that match her room, and like this mustard, I let the rusty color pop through and stay, you know, popping through. And then I did a little bit of green and some blacks. So right now I am taking my Venetian plaster. I've mixed it up over there in the little bowl, and what you do is you go over the whole top of it to knock everything back. So only this section has been knocked back, and I did a pretty thin layer because I just mixed it up so it doesn't have as much body. You want the Venetian plaster to sit a little while so that it can get a little fuller body, you know, so it's a nice fuller coat, not such a thin coat. But anyway, I've only done this little section, and you can see that it kind of knocks it back, and it's still wet, so it's not as white as it's going to be. And then I'm gonna move on to this section and start knocking the color back, and then I can add color. So you just take the Venetian plaster. See, it's kind of loose to me. I'll probably let this sit a little while, but then you just take this. Now I'm using a plastic spatula, putty knife rather, I'm sorry. And you should be using a metal, but the metal leaves lines. So I put the use this putty knife and put it on where I want it to go. And then I go back when it starts to dry and burnish it. Okay, so that's really just what I'm doing right now. Right, I'll be back. Okay, so this is how you mix up the Venetian plaster. I mixed up a little bit already, but it's really just not enough. So add a little water to the bottom of your container first, and then put your Venetian plaster in. I'm gonna say 1 to 1. And I just stir it up until you get it smooth. And it's gonna take some time to get all the lumps out and get it smooth. And then you need to let it sit, because there's really not enough body in it. Even though I've done the whole, almost the whole picture, I'll do the rest of it with the same body that it was before, you know, like it was kind of loose and kind of thin. And then I'll let it sit and do another whole layer on top of everything. And part of the reason that I use this is because I didn't want a heavy application. I wanted a light application where the colors come through, and I didn't just take away all of the color and then have to add more. I wanted dimension. So I wanted blues, wanted greens and the black and the golds to come through with the white on top. So once it dries, it's going to be much whiter than this. And then I'll go in and strategically put some more on and varnish it and make it shiny. Okay. Okay, so this is the finish. It's actually in the client's home on her wall, and it's actually a pretty big wall, but it looks beautiful. Big picture.